Welcome everyone. Myself Sonam Dev Madgavkar, Assistant Professor, Government College of Art, Science and Commerce. Program Bachelor of Science, second year, subject Botany, semester 4, course code BOC 104, course title Plant Physiology. Title of the unit is Mineral Nutrition, module name Role of Essential Elements, part 4. Outline of the unit. In this module, we will be learning about specific role of micronutrient in plants, deficiency symptoms caused by micronutrient in plants. Coming to the learning outcomes, on the completion of this module, the learner will list the role of micronutrient in plants, explain the role of micronutrient in plants, describes the deficiency symptoms caused by micronutrient in plants. Coming to the introduction, so as we know what are essential elements, let us now know what are micronutrient or trace elements or minor elements. The essential elements which are required by the plant in lesser quantity or in very small amount, that is less than 100 milligrams per kg of dry matter or in traces. So now we will be learning about the micro elements which are needed by the plant for its growth. So the first micro element is zinc. So coming to the specific role of zinc. Now zinc is involved in the biosynthesis of growth hormone such as auxin and indole 3-acetic acid. It is essential for the carbon dioxide evolution and utilization of carbohydrate and phosphorus metabolism. Essential for the synthesis of RNA, which is a genetic material. Acts as an activator of many enzymes like carbonic anhydrogenase, alcohol dehydrogenase, etc. Now the deficiency symptoms caused by zinc in plant. It causes the chlorosis of the older leaves which start from the tips and the margins. Causes mottle leaf disease in apple, citrus, walnut and other fruit trees. Now mottled means basically the colored part, the colored patches or spot which appears on the leaves of the plant. Plants show resetting and premature shedding. So here premature shedding means first only before maturing only the fruits will be shed and or the leaves will be shed of the plant. Whitish chlorotic streaks between the veins are found in older leaves. Then whitening of the upper leaves in monocots plants takes place and chlorosis of the lower leaves in dicots are found. Leaf margins are distorted, they become twisted or wavy which later curl and looks sickle shape. Seed production and fruit size is greatly reduced. Next in this images you can see the mottle leaf. So in this we can see the chlorotic patches of chlorotic spots which appears on the leaves. Okay, so these are called as mottle leaf symptom. Then in the next image we have the whitish chlorotic streaks. So you can see on the lamina of the leaf there are streaks, whitish streaks which are there. Now the next micronutrient is boron. Coming to the specific role of boron. Now boron is concerned with the water reactions which are taking place in the cell and it also regulates the intake of the water inside the cell. It is required for the good cell structure. Then it tends to keep the calcium in soluble form within the plant and may act as a regulator of potassium ratios. That is used by plants during cell division and is required for the development of tissue near the tips of the shoots and roots. Then it also facilitates the translocation of sugars, that is the movement of transport of sugars inside the plant. Then required for the growth of the pollen tube during flower pollination and thus fruit and seed production. Then boron is thought to increase the nectar production of flowers, so it is important for attracting pollinating insects. Now coming to the deficiency symptoms caused by boron, it causes the death of the shoot tip of the and the plants become dwarf, that is the plants become shorter in size. The leaves show symptoms like appearance of white strip, scorching, splitted midrib, reduced growth and distortion like cupping and curling of the leaves. All these symptoms are seen in the leaves. Then leaves become coppery in texture. Often new leaves will develop necrotic spots and will be wrinkled. So older leaves may become irregularly shaped. so they lose their normal shape and size. Flower formation is suppressed and are sterile, so the flowers which are formed, basically they are sterile, they will lack some stamens or petals or sepals. Then the fruit, when affected, are severely deformed and are useless. So these fruits which are formed, basically they will won't be compatible to consume. Okay, they will be useless if they are formed. Then the root growth is stunted. Okay, so here the root doesn't develop properly and the roots are stunted, it is they are shorter in size and they won't be performing the normal function of absorption and mineral absorption of water and mineral nutrients. Next, in this image we can see the necrotic spots which appear on the leaves. Okay, so the brownish spots you can see on the leaves in the first image. Then in the second image we can see the coppery texture of the leaves. So the leaves, if they are deficient with boron, they will appear coppery. Okay, so this image shows the deficiency symptoms caused by boron. Next, coming to the next micronutrient, that is molybdenum. Okay, so the specific role of molybdenum. So molybdenum is associated with the prosthetic group of the enzyme nitrate reductase and nitrogenase, and thus plays an important role in the nitrogen metabolism. Then acts as an activator of some dehydrogenase and phosphatases and as a cofactor in the synthesis of ascorbic acid. Next, coming to the deficiency symptoms caused by the molybdenum. The molybdenum deficiency causes chlorotic interveinal mottling of the older leaves. Okay, so you can see the chlorosis in between the leaves, in between the veins of the leaves. Then the leaves often show light yellow chlorosis and the leaf plates fails to expand. Then flower formation is also inhibited. In oats, the failure of the grain formation occurs. So the grains are not formed properly in oats. Then it causes the whiptail disease in cauliflower. Now whiptail disease basically occurs due to the lamina of the leaves, okay, of the cauliflower gets suppressed. Okay, the lamina doesn't grow properly to its full size and the lamina formation is suppressed. Hence we can see a whiptail like appearance, and that's why this disease is called as whiptail disease in cauliflower. Now in this image we can see the chlorotic interveinal mottling which is taking place. So you can see the chlorotic patches in between the veins of the leaves. Okay, now next, coming to the next micronutrient, that is cobalt. So specific role of cobalt. Now cobalt is a component of a number of enzymes and increases the drought resistance of seeds. Then in legumes it is important for nitrogen fixation by the bacteria and associated which are associated with the leguminous plants. It also is a component of vitamin B12. So it is important for the human consumption. It plays an important role in the ethylene production in plants. Now next, coming to the deficiency symptoms caused by cobalt. Now it causes reduced seed germination in dry condition and reduced plant growth. In legumes, its deficiency may result in symptoms of nitrogen deficiency. In this picture we can see the reduced seed germination. So here the due to the deficiency of the cobalt, the seeds which are germinating doesn't germinate properly and only few of the seeds are seen germinating. So in this module I have referred these references, okay, to prepare this module. These are my references. Thank you.